Greetings and welcome to my channel. Let me be clear, if you are an individual who can be easily offended or triggered by different opinions concerning race, religion, sex, sexual preference, gender, politics, geopolitics, or basically anything at all, please be advised to discontinue at this point. To continue viewing from this point is an agreement that you are watching this video despite receiving a clear warning that you should not, and you relinquish all rights to complain to any authority or seek any compensation from myself or from the platform hosting the video. I thank you for your time and attention, and if you've decided to continue watching, I salute your fortitude.
Kind of funny. Is he all there? Like, mentally?
I think so. He's just an odd guy. It's kind of weird.
I mean, should we be worried?
No.
Right.
No.
Greetings and welcome. How you doing, Rox?
I'm all good. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Me. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm still standing. It's been a long week, but I'm pleased to be here, bro. It's nice to be here. Nice to be in a little bit of sanity in a world gone mad, because the world's gone mad, bro.
Yeah, I just read the message from earlier, man. You were still in a lot of pain earlier, weren't you?
Oh. Yeah. Well, I've done the unthinkable. I've taken Codiramol, so fuck it.
Sometimes
you got to do what you
got to do.
Yeah. If I hadn't of, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you now. I'd still be reeling upstairs in my room.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, not today, bitches. Not today.
Jesus, the sort of pain that you're going through, Rox, I wouldn't even sniff if you turned around and told me I got hold of some opium. I smoked some opium, man. It's too much. I'd be like, do you know what?
It's been a lot.
I probably might have tried to source it myself.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I cannot lie. I got hospital, got more surgery. I got the maxillofacial department to go to at the Royal London Hospital on Monday, and yeah, it's going to be legal torture.
Yeah.
But bit by bit, we'll get there. We will get there. Do you know what was mad? I had some of they numbed my face again, right up to my eye, and it again out of my right eye. It came out of the corner of my right eye. I was like, mate, is this guy gonna puncture my eyeball? What the heck? That's what I say. It's like legal. It's like I'm in some kind of experimental lab where they're just doing all sorts. It's just, yeah. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but it's all right. It's onwards and upwards.
But like you said, it's medically sanctioned torture, man.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
we've got plenty of stuff to distract us.
Oh my god, yeah. Listen, I've run out of. Well, not that I can eat it, but if I had popcorn, I'd have run out of it this week. I'd have run out of it. I feel like every day I've woken up and it's a Woolworths pick and mix of whatever the fuck you want. It's just I don't know if the stories are true, but not in this country. At least I hope it weren't in this country, because I'd love to know where they have a load of crocodiles or alligators. Have you heard about the 3-year-old kid that just got thrown into, like literally on purpose, thrown in there and got eaten by alligators or crocodiles? Mad. Just mad.
Where did this happen?
I'll get it. I was looking, it was on Reuters or something, but I think it was not in this country. But for some reason, it looked like it was in this country. And I was like, where have we got bare alligators and crocodiles? But yeah, this little 3-year-old boy, and the guy is getting done for murder. A 3-year-old boy.
That's unhinged.
Like, I'm like, is this real? Is this a plot for a movie? A sick movie? Like, not a good movie. But no, that's just one of the weird things that I've come across this week. Just weird. I
mean, honestly, if we think about it sensibly, there are a lot of people on this earth. It might not be 8.5 billion, but if it was only 8 million, there's still 8 million people, and the chances of something unhinged like that happening on this earth, whilst everybody is as indoctrinated and programmed and dumbed down and fucking stupid as they are, right?
Yep.
That has probably happened more than once.
Oh, it's not.
What I think is interesting,
Yeah.
is that it was filmed and then given to the public. You know, like.
I've got it for you, bruv. I've got it. All right. So, croc pit terror. Brave zoo owner's wife jumped into crocodile pit to save injured boy after stranger threw him 20 feet into the enclosure.
So it was probably the throw that hurt him. It was he got injured by the throw.
No, he was more. He
actually got mauled.
Yeah, hold on. He. Sorry. Just trying to get it. Okay, so man arrested. Norfolk. Why am I? That can't be Norfolk, UK.
Norfolk, fucking hell, what?
That's why I thought UK. But
That's Norwich. That's where I used to live.
A man from Norfolk has been deemed not fit for interview and bailed after 3-year-old was thrown.
It was Cambridgeshire.
So it is in England.
It was Cambridgeshire. He broke his pelvis.
No, don't tell me this happened in England.
Yeah.
Right, this is not real.
Cambridgeshire is where I went to prison.
I'm not a celebrity, Rich, but get me the fuck out of here, please. Because what the fuck? So I was.
Don't tell me it was a fucking immigrant that chucked him.
Mate, a doctor. It must have been a doctor. It must have been one of those immigrant doctors. But yeah, that was just one of the weird. That I didn't even get to say that before we came live, Rich. That was just one of the weird ones. And when that story first came across, I was like, "There's no way. That's just bullshit. There's no way someone would do that." Like, is that the people that we've got walking on the streets? I don't know. But yeah, big up the chat room as well.
It is the
peak.
Like a lot of the people that have ended up in the UK, right? They're not the sharpest tools in the box, and they're not the most stable of individuals. I don't think that they've back in the 1600s or 1400s. Mm-hmm. When it first started, the people moving over to America, over to the Americas, were mostly destitute, right? Mm. They weren't rich people trying to make a new life over there. Mm-hmm. I mean, there obviously were some rich people, but there weren't a lot of rich people. Most of the people that were going over were on their ass. They couldn't survive. Life in the UK was unbearable. So they'd rather go out to a whole new land that nobody had ever been to. There could have been all kinds of dangers there, all the dangers, right? But no, go out and fucking start up a new life rather than live in the UK, right? Mm-mm. The sorts of people that do that aren't always, it's like expats, right?
Yep.
We everywhere I've gone where I've met expats, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Right, on
Anywhere
the whole,
you go.
expats are the same, and there is always a criminal element of it. A very big part of it is criminal. Most of the money being thrown around is fucking black money.
Yeah, sad but true.
So, this is no different. It's just shit.
It's just shit, bro.
It's just we're the West are going to be the victims. They're going to be the West is the one being undergoing a colour revolution.
Mm. Well, bro,
they haven't released the details of the guy who did it. That means he was an immigrant.
Well, that means he was a doctor or an engineer, doesn't it? Yeah. He was a man from Norfolk, an engineer from Norfolk.
And, the Home Office has no idea how many asylum seekers have gone missing. The Home Office has no data on a third of people who have claimed asylum in the last 3 years. That is tens of thousands of illegal immigrants who could have just vanished.
Oh, yeah. Still, it's all in the name of progress.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Big up, Fred.
Big
It's
up.
true, though. All in name of progress.
Yeah.
All in name of progress, Rich, you know? Listen, you're not allowed to say what's happening at the moment. There's a whole Islamic takeover going on in Birmingham as well. But, you know, we're not allowed to say that either. You know? I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Well,
that's
no,
what
it's
news is
obviously
being
is-
reported. That,
Yeah,
you know.
and yeah. It's you know.
Bro.
I'm still in a bubble. I exist in a bubble outside of reality over here because I mean you wouldn't even really know that the World Cup's on.
No.
It's this year I was stood there and I said to the barman, I was like, look, it's the World Cup and nobody cares.
No one gives a shit, bro.
Not even English people. And that you don't understand how weird that
is.
That's not normal.
It's almost like a damp squib.
It's
It
like,
really is.
the thing about football, what really pissed me off the most about football
Mm.
was that everybody cared about it so much. But even when it wasn't their fucking team playing or whatever, they
Yep.
still had to watch the football.
Up for it.
Football.
Yeah.
Right?
Well up for it.
Now you
Give a
got
shit.
empty bars. With
Couldn't
the
give a fairy
football
crap for a rat's
showing.
ass. Literally.
Obviously they'll go and watch England play, but Germany played. Nobody came. Nobody. There were 2 German girls there. 2 German
Zero
girls
fucks given.
watching the football in Spanish. And not a single. I didn't see a single bloke that day when Germany played. I didn't see a single. All right, they were playing Krakow or wherever it was, some weird, nothing country. But even the England game, there just weren't that many people. There were, 20, 30 people in a bar maybe.
Yeah.
And Wednesday was my day off, so I didn't see anybody.
Yeah. But even here, my boys don't really watch it anyway. They're not really into football like that. So this is not like a football household, if you will. Like, there's not really football being watched here. The boys aren't bothered. They're really not. It's bread and circuses. Shite.
And I wonder as well if it's kind of snapped a lot of people out of that. What's going on. I think there's probably a good portion of people that are now, that previously would have liked football, but now are like, are you kidding me? You want to watch the football? Like, World War III's about to start. Fucking, have you seen what's going on in Iran and inflation? There's just too much going on. Fuck the football, right? But it's weird because I always wanted this. I secretly prayed for the day that nobody gave a shit about the football anymore.
And we're here. We're pretty much
here
here.
we are.
Yeah.
The price that we're having to pay for it is a bit steep, but
But there's always some kind of yin to the yang, if you will.
Jax went to the vet yesterday. The daughter took the dog in the pub to wait. She said it was full of alcoholics moaning and watching cricket. No football on.
Well, that says it all. Like 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been like that. Serious. Couple of World Cups ago, maybe it wouldn't have been like that.
What
It really
is
wouldn't.
that? That must be a northeastern bare ass burpage. Oh, bare ass burpage. Right, I see that. Right, I'll read it right now. I've never had that
I'm
before.
struggling.
Bare ass burp.
Now you put it on the screen, I can see it. I'm struggling to see the chat. Gutted.
Fools and Tools, how you doing? And I think I saw the book of RLM in here as well.
Oi, oi.
It's all the. This is all.
Oi, oi.
It's just ladies in the chatting at the moment. I think.
Oi, oi.
JP. It's obviously not a lady.
Lovely, jubbly.
So. What about?
I've got something I want to put to you, right? Obviously, I've had some time to think. Got a lot of time on my hands, and I want to put it to the chat as well. And sorry if you all think I'm being inappropriate, but I thought crossed my mind, and I'm not trying to be a smart ass either, but it really did cross my mind, and I was like, wait, hold on a minute, whoa. So. And it might have been the painkillers, by the way, guys. So, like, I'm not going to be holding myself completely responsible for this, but it's you know the pedos, them man, those kind of people, yeah, right. PDFs, right? Why, like, do PDFs not know that midgets exist? Just deep that for a second. Just really deep what I'm saying for a second, without it being funny. No, but so just deep what I'm saying for a second, because I've got some videos. Because listen, I went into it a little bit. I started looking at mini people, like midget videos. Like, this is not a code word. This is not a code word.
No,
like,
no.
There is actually no. Hear me out.
And they're small people. You can't call them midgets.
Oh, am I not allowed to call them that? All right, cool. Small people, but I don't want people to think that's code word for. I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about people that are genetically like full-grown adults, but they're just really small, like super small, right?
It's just that word midget. That word.
You can't say that.
Who said?
You just don't. That's not what you say anymore.
Rich, that was perfectly timed. I didn't even know you had that video. That's fucking cold. You are brilliant, bro. Timing is everything. That was class. Right. So, all right. Clearly, we can't say that, right? But I was looking, right? Apparently, right, there's a whole thing, like, so you know how like you had like, what was it called, Babe Station back in the day, where you'd have the girls on the sofa, and it'd be like
4 o'clock in the morning on Channel 5.
You know what's mad, right, is when my son was about 3 years old, like I would get up in the morning and he would have climbed out of his cot. I swear down, Jessica will tell you this. One time I come into my front room and all I could hear was from my bedroom going
Babe Station,
right? And Josh is stood there with the remote in his hand, just staring at the TV, going in his nappy, just looking at it. And I was like, "How the fuck? Where the fuck? How did you get out? And what? How? What?" And
he's zoned into the boobies,
mate.
like...
He was looking at the boobies, bruv. He was on it. He was fully on it. So
it's like, what?
But anyway, the reason
lunch bounce.
Yeah. So. I really thought to myself, little people exist, but there's like little people versions of Babe Station. Like there's little hotties.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a whole porn. There's a whole porn.
But like, so why what the hell? So why has even paedophilia even ever been a thing? Like, if you're a PDF, just go and date a small person.
Right, because it's not just about them being small.
No, I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that. Do you know what? I'll die on that hill. Yeah, I get it, but I still die on that hill. Nah.
No, it's right. So a small person, a little person, is still, grown. You got a 22-year-old girl who is just basically the same size as a 4-year-old toddler, but is still a 22-year-old girl.
Yeah, but the thing is,
and one of the reasons, all these fucking wrong uns that are getting caught by people online who pretend to be, they catfish them and then they expose them on TV. They expose whoever it is. every single freaking time, apart from these, let's forget about the elites that do this, right? And let's just think about the normal people that do this, because there are normal people that do this. It's not just a thing that just the elites do. The normal people, the NCPs and fucking cattle, whatever, they do it as well. Some of them do it as well, but they tend to be generally the same. They do it because they are so.
I'll tell you why. No.
Intimidated
I've got a
by.
theory. I'm glad we're all on the same page with this, right? So where I'm saying no, it's literally they should just go and date a small person, and you're like, nah. And I get it. Was he?
Oh no, they should. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's not right. Yeah, I agree. Why don't they
I'm
just?
agreeing with you. So as Wazzy said as well, they don't. Hold on. What did Wazzy say? Wazzy was like, hold on. Big up Wazzy. I can't fucking find it now. Shit. 1 sec. It's worth bringing into the chat. Yeah, they don't want adults, Rocks. Right?
No, they don't.
Right.
That's it.
Right. And do you know why? Do you know why? Should we all have the answer to the $64,000 question? No, because
it's insecurity.
It's not just that though. Is where did it stem from? Who was the first person on earth to be a PDF? And we're gonna say, nah, it's always been there. Of course, it's always been there. If it's been written into the fucking Bible, Lot and his daughters, yeah, big up. So, who wrote that? Who designed that? Who designed that kind of heinous behavior? It's not about that. It's not about, I don't want an adult. I want them. And then I thought, what kind of scriptures have they okayed it to make it be about it not being an adult? In fact, it's religiously considered acceptable to do that to someone who's not an adult, because you can just dash them away. They're not, they haven't started. And then I was like, oh my God, it was you lot that started it. Them same people that have got it written in their Talmud. Them people are the first PDFs. The same fucked up people that fucked up the scriptures. So I'm agreeing. They don't want adults. And the reason they don't want adults is because that's where it stems from. Off key. Off key. And the only people we know that on earth that are off key are those people. So that's
well. I don't think that they're the only people on earth that are off.
No, but they're the people that promote the off keyness, child brothels and shit like that. Off key, pretty much why they get thrown out of every country, innit? So, I've got another take on that as well, if you will. Right? I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to be allowed to say, but I have a little take on it. Yeah. No, it's just refreshed. Give me 1 second. It's like you get to the point where people call you anti-Semitic for saying certain things and having certain opinions. And I think it gets to the point where you just realize it's all of them. I won't say it because I realize I can't say it on here. So I'm just going to say it's all of them. Fuck it. Because it is.
So
that's
going to be that no, because there's like what? So
no, I'm saying
there are people that think that, and certainly the group themselves think that if you're born of someone from that group, then that you are, whether you're practicing or not, you are one of those.
I've got a way to safely say it. I'm saying if we're base rate, we're going to say it's disease. Yeah. If we're base rate, everyone's just going to turn around and go, right, you know what? All the problems, everything, reverse engineer it, you're going to get disease. And then people go, no. If you reverse engineer everything, it's the Talmudists. Right. Just like what I just said, right? And then there's some people go,
that's the issue. That's the issue. It's not, and that's why the water is so muddy, because not all practicing Jews actually think that the Torah, that the Talmud. There's some people that are still of the same mindset about the Talmud.
So I'm at the point.
So they don't. They're not the same. But they are still Jewish. But they're not the same.
I'm at the point where I'm like, right, the Z's, the Talmudists, the J's. I'm at the point where I'm like, nah, fuck it. Every single time, every fucking single place, every single you know who, each to his own single way. each in their own single way. It's every single time, every single place, every single you know who. It just seems to always reverse. And I'm not talking about just the Z's or just the Talmudist or just the J's. I'm just saying that sect of individuals.
Right. But that sect also exists inside Christianity and Islam. And that's where I say that's where we have to take the labels off.
Yeah.
Because it's not about what somebody believes religiously, or what they subscribe to or adhere to religiously. It's about the type of person that they are, right? And our biggest enemy is pathologicals, psychopaths,
Yeah.
sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, like all fit into this pathological, as the pathologicals. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't. They're not human in the same sense that we are. Right? They're human. We're human beings. In that way, like they have no connection to source. They have no fucking. If they had any conscience, they beat that out long ago. If they even had one. Psychopaths don't have a conscience. Sociopaths do still, but they ignore it, or they beat it down, or they, it's like somebody capable of doing these things, these really horrific, unhinged things. They're not the same. But it doesn't have to. It doesn't mean that they're a Z or a J.
That's where I'm coming from.
That or anything. It doesn't matter. It's the type of person.
That type, and that's what I'm talking about. That sect of individual. That type of.
So,
are
do you
they
remember
human?
V?
I don't know.
Do you remember V?
V.
In the 80s, the visitors, about the aliens that come to planet Earth. They fix all our problems. We become, and then we have a great relationship with them. They're supposed to be helping and giving us new technology and all this stuff. But there's obviously a whole group of people that don't believe that that's their intentions. So they find out that actually no, they're fucking aliens that eat humans, and they're just keeping everybody dumbed, sedated with this bliss, fucking. Something that the leader can do. She does this mind fuck thing where I can't remember I can't remember enough about it to recall it coherently, but they're fucking aliens. They remade it, right? And the bird that they remade, the head, she was fine until she opens her mouth and she's got all these fucking razor sharp teeth in it, and it opens up like 4 times wider than it should. But they're in league with the government. They're all the press and everyone. So no, they're just here to help and whatever. The way that they can tell, so she has a daughter. Daughter has a relationship with one of the humans. And she's worried that his humanity, which is basically his ability to, because we empathize, right? We can empathize. We have emotions. We care. We actually care, right? And she was worried that she was starting to care. Because if any of them start to care about anything, they kill them.
Wow. Wow.
Because they're psychopaths. They have no feelings. They don't care. They certainly don't care about anyone but themselves.
Couldn't give a shit.
Right? And the moment any of them start to show, because they've been living with humans for so long, some of them start to actually develop feelings and develop empathy and start becoming, and start sympathizing with the humans. But they have to stay under the radar, because if any of that empathy or feelings, if they get, basically the way they test them or something, they put them down, sit them down in a chair, strap them down in a chair with their eyes, and they have to watch this video of something really tragic or horrific happening, right? Or a puppy dog being fucking slaughtered, or a baby, or just something really bad that would cause any human to react. The graph would start spiking because they'd be reacting inside. They'd be horrified by what they were seeing, right? And so that would be the test. Like just a test to see if feelings had developed. It's crazy. The fact is that they were psychopaths. With no human emotion, right? Well, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with psychopaths with no fucking human emotions.
We're seeing it in front of us, especially in the UK, bruv. This week we've also had the murderers of Preston Davey. He was murdered by his foster dads.
Oh, the gay ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we are. That's the kind of shit that's playing out.
Because apparently it was homophobia. Homophobia is what killed that boy.
Well, apparently the little youth was raped before he was killed as well. So he was raped as well. Graped, whatever you want to say. But yeah, like he was like what was done to that little boy was not okay, man. But that's not a conspiracy. It's not something in the back cave. That's something that's just right in everyone's face at the moment.
Right, but let's point out that those two
horrendous guys.
Those two they're
not going to live very long in prison.
They're not. And they're not.
I'll tell you what. Big up the prison. Do you know what? Big up the prison. Right. I'm going to say this out loud. Give them their flowers, because the one thing you can guarantee, is when certain criminals go into a prison system, you're dead man walking. You're dead man walking.
If you're not protected,
they've done more to snuff out paedophilia in the prison system than they have out on road.
I've seen it firsthand,
bro. That's why I'm saying let's give the prison system their flowers, because. One thing you can guarantee.
It's not the prison. No. It's not the prison system.
No, sorry. It's the prisoners.
It's the prisoners, because the prison system does everything it can to still protect said nonces, and that's why in every prison every prison that contains these nonces has the nonce wing or the nonce floor. It's in Pentonville. It was the fives. In Bedford, it was on the fours, on the fourth floor, right, the fourth floor of the wing. That's where all the nonces stayed. And any time they went in or out and came down into what would be the local population, right, we were all banged up. It was a full lockdown so that they could come down and do their thing, right. And get something to eat and fucking. Or when they arrived, we all got banged up. 10 fucking riot, 10 screws, all dressed up in their riot gear and everything, and come out, line up round the fucking all the cells on the lower floor. I was in one of the cells on the lower floor. Lined all up, everybody banged up. They close all the hatches, so you're not meant to be able to see, but obviously, they'd leave it a little bit open so you could see through the crack, you could see what was going on, and you knew that everybody was there looking to see what fucking nonce was being brought in. What did he look like?
So, like you're saying, it's the prisoners themselves that have done more than what happens on road.
Yeah, there's more justice. There's more justice in prison. But what I would say This is really right. So
Controversial.
controversial, right? But I can't say it because I'm thinking it. So it's crossed my mind. Some of these individuals that do these things are really, really messed up. And they're messed up because they had those really horrible things done to them when they were children. Now, that doesn't give them it's not an excuse to say, oh, well, they should be allowed to do it. But it is a mitigating circumstance that, that says, well, maybe this person doesn't deserve to be brutally murdered by, a group of crazed criminals in a prison.
Is that the case?
There are some that absolutely do deserve that, right? There are some that do absolutely deserve that, but when you watch some of these videos of these guys when they're getting caught, they're all the same. They're all completely socially dysfunctional, totally terrified. You can just see that they're not complete men, right? They're not men. They're fucking frightened little boys. And there's a reason for that. There's something that's made them like that. And you have to sympathize with that a little bit. You have to say, all right, fucking hell, man. Yeah, what they're doing is sick and twisted, but if that happening to them is what caused them to be like that, how much blame, how much punishment, how much or how much opportunity for rehabilitation, if that is possible.
Yeah.
Right? It like just basically saying, no, every single one just deserves to die.
I am that person though. I'm like, all lives matter except PDFs. That's it. Because they had the choice, and then we're going to say they didn't have the mental capacity to make the choice because it was done to them.
Yeah.
Okay. But what about people? What about people that have been sexually abused as kids and don't turn into PDFs?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's one rule for one, and then that's why it's no. All lives matter. PDFs. I don't have the right to judge anybody, yeah. But if I get an opportunity to, I'll make the appointment with the judge a little bit quicker for them, or send them to that judgment a little bit quicker. I say, yeah, send them one before their time. Why? That's what they've done. They don't get to.
Well, if
so
the big
even
man,
these men that did this to this little boy, yeah. Even if they said, "Oh, you don't understand," like I was raped from the age of 6 months old. To
no, they don't. The individuals I'm talking about, the type of individual I'm talking about, doesn't even have the capacity to be able to communicate that to whoever. Doesn't matter who it is. That's especially aggressors that have caught him in the act, and they're calling the police, and now they're in the shit. They don't have the ability to communicate in normal circumstances, let alone.
I've seen some of the.
And I think that's why they
I've definitely seen.
That's why they go with children, because they cannot function in an adult society.
I've seen special needs PDFs in like PDF Hunter things. And he's like, oh no, so I'm really scared now. Whatever. And you can see man's special needs. But oh well. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck if you've been in a wheelchair your whole life and you're a Hopper Spazzy chariot. Like, oh well, you're still a PDF. You get to die. That's it. You already know what I said about, like, if you get a colony, like what I'm doing. Like, maybe if you like maybe if you like a girl, I'm not going to shoot her between the eyes, but everyone else is getting it, bro. Bang.
So I'm of a different mindset. I say cut the junk off. Not kill. That's too easy. Cut the junk off.
No, I still say kill. I know it's opposing, but I've always said all lives matter except PDFs. All lives matter. Everyone gets a second chance, not PDFs. I don't even care if you've gone and slain 15 adults. Like, children, fucking hell. Nah, that's it. It's game over. It's death sentence for you. I don't care if they're retarded. I don't care if they don't have full mental capacity, if they're special needs. I couldn't give a shit. That's it.
Well,
but I do rate people with a bit of empathy and go, no, just cut the junk off, let them live. Why let them live? What, so they can sit there and have flashbacks and get turned on about what they did?
Not live normal lives.
Not experience this.
They cut the junk off and they're put to work.
Nah,
put to work somewhere in a fucking. No, that's a waste of energy. That's an absolute waste of energy. You've got an individual that you could actually utilize for labor or of some sort, even if it's just fucking.
No, but like even if you did that, they would still get downtime, personal time to sleep and rest, and that's a luxury. No, bro.
Well, yeah, but you just give them fucking sackcloth sheets and
all right,
a concrete bed, a concrete pillow, sackcloth sheets, no entertainment or anything, and no light. And,
no, they can just walk.
They can
know what they can do.
I think this conversation's gone as far as
sorry.
Sorry. I think it's gone as far as it needs to.
Carried away there, bro. I was going to say, listen,
we could get really carried away with different words.
I was thinking useful, and I was thinking bread and water and a water wheel, and you're doing that to create power for something, and you do that until you die. That's it. You don't ever get to sleep. That's it. You're done. Yeah.
I would say that this is a bridge that we all have to. If we ever have to cross this bridge,
at least you all know what I'm going to do, guys. I'm on-siting them. I'm just on-siting every single one of them, and
Rox,
Rich will be the one voice
you're
anyone
on-siting anybody that fucking just makes like Rox will just straight between the eyes. Doesn't matter. Like, did you what? Sorry, what did you say? No, bang.
I said to Rich, if we get a bit of land and we're on it, like no one's coming. Like everyone's getting shot between the eyes, bro. That's it. That's it. Maybe if Rich says this is my girlfriend, but if she pulls off any fucking possible Mossad honey trap shit, she's getting shot between the eyes, bro. Anything she says,
one funny look and that's it.
Bang, and I'm gonna be like, Rich, I'm sorry, man. You know, look what she just said. She just sympathized with them. Bang. I don't care. So no, I'm not.
I'll be like, where Rox and so and so? Where have they gone? Oh, they just went down the shop. What? Yeah. Together?
Yeah.
Just Rox and shit. Rox. Playing out of my head.
Yeah, you're the reason.
It's like fucking Walking Dead.
You're the reasonable one. You're the voice of reason. I'm the one that's just not okay. I'm tapped slightly. So yeah. So I think we'll change gears. I think we.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to talk. That wasn't even part of my subject matter. But I was just yeah. It's you know what, like. It's true what you're saying with the picture. Who is the real enemy? Like we've only been talking for 45 minutes, and all we've done is curtailed on a boy getting thrown into a crocodile pit and PDFs, because it is what's in front of our faces just now. That's what, if you look on social media just now, anyone you'll be seeing about the boy that got thrown into the thing and PDFs. So I'm
more excited. I'm kind of excited about what's going on in Iran at the moment with Iran and with memorandum of understanding, because we've signed a memorandum of understanding. What does that actually mean? It means that we've agreed to maybe sometime at some point agree on something.
It's such a load of shit.
Oh, fuck yeah. So, just dancing the dance, man. Basically, they're just dancing the dance. But it's really.
Cooked.
I sat there on the beach before work, listening to Due Diligence. My two favorite Jewish boys. Right. This is the thing, right? These two lads, they are not in any way, shape or form Talmudic. Like, they absolutely speak out against the Talmud. They don't think that the goys are going to serve Jews and all of that. They don't sign up to any of that, at least not publicly. And they speak out. They do nothing but speak out against Israel, against America. They see it all. Like, I can't remember the last time I disagreed with what they were saying. Because they seem to be. I've got to find their channel now.
Come on.
Jew dissidents.
Ouch.
There we go. No. Right, thank you. Oh no.
What happened?
Bollocks. Well, I watched the live, and when the live's finished, they take it down and chop it up.
Oh,
So
never mind.
let's see.
Come on.
No. No. All right, bollocks. But anyway, they sat there and just laughed at everything that Trump was saying, because all Trump did in his G7 speech, right? It was Trump's G7 speech. What he said in his G7 speech. Let's see if I can find that. Gee. That's his full fucking speech. You wankers.
It's always the way, innit? It happens to me when I go to look for something. It's either just not this. It's never user friendly like that. Cheek.
It's just my fault for not setting up beforehand, or not clipping what I watched yesterday.
Gutted.
Hang on, we'll just share the fucking speech.
Yeah.
This is something very special. And I want to thank President Macron, Bridget, his really lovely wife, fantastic person, for welcoming us to France for an extremely successful G7 summit. I would say it's one of the most successful. And this meeting could not have come at a better time. On Sunday, we reached an agreement with Iran that achieves everything we set out to accomplish, everything and much more.
I'm sorry. Did it? What was it that they wanted to accomplish? They wanted to accomplish regime change, to get rid of all of their ballistic missiles and everything, and to get rid of their enriched uranium, to stop them from ever producing anything nuclear at all, not even power. Nuclear is completely off the table. That was their goal. That was their mission, right? But the biggest one was regime change. And whilst their leaders have changed, I'm pretty sure the regime is the same. I'm pretty sure there's not been a regime change because Iran is still an Islamic country with Sharia law, and nothing's changed in Iran in the way that they govern their country. Nothing has changed there at all. Now, the only thing that is different is Iran's posture with America and Israel. That's the only thing that's changed. So, yeah, regime change. Okay, Trump.
Ending the current conflict, reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and preventing Iran from ever obtaining a nuclear weapon. That's what it was all about. That was about 99%. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. They can't develop it, buy it. They can never have a nuclear weapon. At the same time, with this announcement, or close to it, as people
Look at Rubio's face.
started to think it was going to happen when Iran was making some very positive statements, the stock market has surged to record highs, picking up thousands of points over the last short period of time, thousands of points. And oil is dropping like it has never dropped before at levels that went in numbers down $7, down $8.
Are they the biggest drops the world has ever seen?
I've never seen anything like that. But if we didn't do this deal, we could have dropped more bombs for another 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 years. You would never have the Hormuz Strait open.
Actually, I forgot that, he says all of this crazy stuff right at the beginning, right at the opening of his speech. He actually, what he's going to do now is he's going to confirm everything that all of all of the people that have been against the war, all of their reasons for being against the war, he's just confirming everything that's been said for the last 3 months or whatever it is.
You would never have success. Your market would have, instead of going up at levels that nobody's ever seen before, would go down at levels that nobody ever saw before, maybe except for 1929 or whatever. Then, all the tough guys don't realize that this wasn't a 3-month deal. This was years in the making. You know why? Because I was the one that killed General Soleimani. And if I didn't kill General Soleimani, we probably wouldn't be talking right now about this deal, because he was a mad genius. They never were able to replace him. But a lot of people forget that. The tough guys, the tough guys that would drive the country right down the tubes.
So wasn't Soleimani, wasn't he the spiritual leader? And he was the one that basically created a fatwa or something, or whatever it's called, but basically forbidding anyone to create a nuclear weapon. They were totally on board with it. He said it was completely against their faith to do that, to create a nuclear weapon, so they would never do that. And so it's not necessarily a big thing to boast about that he killed him.
True this. I'm looking at a signed memorandum, and I'm looking at it in front of me just now, signed by Pakistan, Trump, and on behalf of the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Update. Iran is now published. Iran's now published the fully signed memorandum of understanding with the United States, confirming the agreement is now in effect. Said agreement that he's chatting about.
So, I want to talk about that when we've listen to a bit more of this, because there's a couple of things he says.
The past 2 days have provided a chance to discuss the details of this historic agreement with many of our closest friends and allies, including the G7 nations and many presidents and prime ministers. As you saw, Prime Minister Modi was here. We had a long talk. He's a great guy. They are thrilled that we made a deal. Every one of them. There's not one nation that came to us and said, please, sir, keep dropping bombs on them. Please keep dropping bombs. The stupid people say that.
No, because nobody else was... Nobody wanted this war, man. Only Israel. Only Israel wanted the war. Nobody else wanted it.
But I'm thrilled to report, and by the way, those last 2 days were brutal. $200 million worth of bombs. And, it is expensive too, by the way, aside from everything else. And they knew I was coming for a third night. We informed them we're coming for a third night. They didn't have their Navy, it sunk. They didn't have their Air Force, it's gone, not one plane. They didn't have anti-aircraft equipment, so we got free reign. They didn't have...
None of this is true. None of this is true. Right? They still have... They were firing... Like, the last barrage of missiles that went and hit Tel Aviv were launched from sites that were allegedly destroyed back in whenever it was. So none of this is true.
They're leaders, but they have a new group of leaders that I think is, actually, I think they're smarter. I think they're very smart. I think they're far less radicalized.
Is that the regime change that he's talking about, do you think? Because they've got a new bunch of leaders that are not as radical. So that's obviously a regime change, man.
And I think they're really good. They love their country. You know, you talk about regime change, nobody will say that, but I guess that's, look, their one set of leaders is all gone. Their second set of leaders is all gone. Their third set of leaders a little bit gone, but for the most part, and frankly, I think that's regime change. I think they're going to behave much differently. I think
Thank you for answering my question there, Trump.
they see a different way of life that they were never exposed to. So the one thing I didn't want to see is I didn't want to see economic catastrophe. If you kept this going, that could have happened. But all I know is every time we talked about the possibility of peace, the stock market shot up like a rocket ship. It never went down. They didn't like it. The people, you know, the stock market is more brilliant than anybody there is, including the people on the stage, other than me, of course. Let's see. I don't know. What do you think, Scott? Is the stock market more brilliant than you?
No, sir.
Oh.
Do you see what just happened there? Like, the stock market is such a brilliant thing. It's the most brilliant. Not more brilliant than me, of course, but more brilliant than anybody else here. Scott, what about you? Do you think the stock market is more brilliant than you? Expecting Scott to say, "Yes, sir," and Scott just says, "Nope."
Nah.
Basically, Scott was giving Trump the middle finger there because none of these lads are happy about what's going on because Mark Rubio was against this, I think.
Yep.
He didn't think this was ever a good idea. Basically, they've all been left holding the bag.
Yep.
And Trump's gone, "Eps, I won. Everything that I wanted was done." And, right.
That's a terrible statement.
Mark Rubio's
The
face.
stock market is quite brilliant. And every time we said something amazing, like we're going to settle, it would go up. And every time we said something negative, like, guess what, we're not going to be able to settle, it would go down very big, Peter. Very, very big. It tells you something.
Was Trump just admitting to market manipulation?
I think
started training.
I think at this point that they've always got to say something. So I think the more they say, the more it's almost like these press conferences are just becoming more like pomp and fanfare, like just hodgepodge. Like, because like no matter what they say publicly, it's all a bit of a ruse.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just
whatever they're saying publicly. I remember, I don't know if anyone else saw it. It was maybe a couple of years ago. There was some ex-Marines talking about missions that they had done 2 years prior were hitting the news as if it just happened yesterday. And they were sitting at home 2 years later after the mission was complete, and they're like making announcements saying, "Yeah, we've just completed operation da 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 da," and then man are like, "That ended 24 months ago, bruv."
Yeah.
Like, so I just think it's a little bit like the football, bruv. It's just all bread and circuses. It's just like at this point they're gonna say whatever they're gonna say anyway. Whatever's gonna be done is gonna be done, and they're always gonna say whatever the fuck they're gonna say.
What I love about this whole situation, right? I was thinking about this last night as well. I was thinking about imagine going back to my 10-year-old self or my 15-year-old self and saying, you know, while I'm sat there watching the news, watching the BBC about the Iraq war, right? And then I appear next to me and say, "Yeah, you know that you're going to be rooting for these guys. You know you're going to be rooting for what you're perceiving to be the enemy right now. Yeah, you're going to be Iraq, all of them. Yeah, Iran. You're going to be rooting for them, and Russia. Yeah, you're going to be rooting for them as well." Right? And I would have been like, "What the fuck?" Can you? I just can't. I just never thought there would be a day when I'd be sat here relating to Putin and, and sympathizing with Iran and actually almost feeling proud of Iran for the way that they've conducted themselves in this war, right? For what they've managed to achieve because of the way that they've conducted themselves. They've actually been pretty honourable in at least since the term that they've been. They only targeted military targets. They've not been doing what Israel's been doing. And what America has been helping Israel do, which is just bomb children and civilians.
I've got to a point where I'm like, in hindsight, we're all gonna realize that, I don't know how to say it. It's almost like I've got to the point where, remember when we just were like all learning about some of the biggest lies that we've been told, fundamental about where we live, who we are, like history, all of that. I get to realize that all we're ever done is spun a narrative at the time, after the fact, after declassification. We're told something that at the time everyone was told they were fucking conspiracy theorists for thinking. And I'm like, wow, we're just living through that again. Like, we're constantly living through the narrative and then the discourse, and then 80 years later, declassification. So once upon a time, people were told they were nuts for talking about MK Ultra, and then the declassification happened, and everyone was like, "Right, that's not actually a conspiracy. They fucking done that." And that's like I just feel like that's where we are. Like, I've got to the point where I can't spout my views on what I think this country did and what I think that country did, because I'm like, fucking hell, you're gonna get spun a line, you're gonna pundit on that line that you're given, Rocks, and then you're going to make your own conclusions based on all of the reports that are coming out from independent news, mainstream news, independent content makers. And for once, like, I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't have like enough, like, big up the Americans, right? Because Americans are in their sways. Like, you can't shut the Americans up. So like, if something was happening in Arkansas just now, do believe there'll be enough Americans to find out what the fuck's going on. Not because one or two people have said it or a couple of people have said it. Like, do you know what I mean? And just with Iran, no one's in that position with Iran at the moment. No one's in that predicament with Iraq. Like, there's just not a massive swathe of people online, massive communities of people online that are giving supporting evidence for what's going on. At least I can rely on America to do that, when shit was popping off in America, like even back in the day when shit was popping off with like Hurricane Katrina, like the world saw what was going on because the American people were showing us what was going on. But at the moment, the people of Iran can't show us what's going on. So I'm like, well, it's subjective. Everything is now subjective. I just feel like I'm looking at pictures of rockets in space going, well, I can't verify that.
Well, we're looking at everything. We're looking at everything through a lens, basically.
Yep.
Nothing.
And news and the fourth estate.
Because we've got no boots on the ground. We have no boots on the ground.
And the fourth estate is what's given everybody their supposed legitimate information with. And the fourth estate includes leaders like Trump standing there in front of cameras doing press releases with people standing by. I can honestly, I can visualize in my head like funny scenarios like of them standing backstage and them going, right, listen, you guys come out with screw faces, all right? You stand, I want you with your fucking arms folded, right? We've got to give, it's provocative, gets the people going. Like, I can just see it. It's just a machine, bruv. The whole fucking thing has just become like a bit of a perpetual machine. And obviously we know they're all puppets. We've never said anything other than that. These are all puppets, and they're puppets for... whoever it is, they're taking orders from, celestial.
I started watching a game that I watched Hollow play a year ago or so, but I started watching it again, and it's kind of relevant because I think what they're dealing with, the subject, the way they deal with the subject in the game, it's set in the future. and we've discovered immortality because there's this thing that they use, or they've discovered, that allows them to transfer consciousness from one being to another, right? So if you've got an empty unconscious, or just basically an empty shell, that is called ichorite or something, right? The stuff is called ichorite. So when somebody dies, their ichorite is transferred from the body that's died into a new body that's still alive, right? And it's got to the point where basically corporations run the world. There's not really governments anymore. It's all corporations.
Yeah.
And this ichorite, they've got a universal health care system, or, insurance, where everybody gets a replacement body, so nobody dies anymore, basically, unless there's not a body to transfer to, and then they get put into the memory bank. Their consciousness goes into the memory bank, but the consciousness is still alive in the ichorite, so nobody actually dies. They just don't have a body anymore, right? All this is going on. It means that human trafficking has turned into a whole new thing, where people are looking for new vessels, right? The rich and powerful can afford the top grade vessels, the 21-year-old perfect body, fucking attractive, fit, athletic, all of these things. They can have, whatever attributes they want.
Yeah.
They can afford those top A premium class bodies, and people like police officers and detectives and stuff on their insurance program, they don't have to pay. They get it on their insurance, but their insurance only covers them from E grade. So they'll get a body that maybe had a previous drug addiction and health issues. The body's still alive, but the consciousness is no longer there, right? The ichorite was removed, and so the body was free for. And it revolves around this guy that's been killed in an accident, and he's got his body back, different body, but he's got, he was a drug addict. The body was addicted to drugs and had all these health problems. So he was dealing with that. He was dealing with this, all the issues that the body gave him, right? The whole point is that all of the people that are supposed to be at war with each other and enemies, mortal enemies, never see them in the same fucking room together because they'll start fighting or whatever, yeah? They're all friends, partying, having these fucked up, crazy, demonic sex parties where they sacrifice each other and all this sort of shit. But what they do is they'll get a different body to go to the party in, and that body is sacrificed, and then they go back to their old body again.
Okay, now.
So they get to experience being sacrificed or sacrificing somebody. They get to play all these really messed up games because life or death is not an issue anymore. There's always life. So they get to experience. One of the things the guy said was like, there's extreme ecstasy in it, basically. It's fucked up. It's like sadomasochism on fucking
steroids,
super crack.
Rah.
But I think it's just a reflection of what's going on. Right? We don't have this immortality thing, right? But that doesn't matter. They're still striving for it. They still think that they can put their fucking transfer consciousness into a silicon chip, or that they can create consciousness within a silicon chip, right? but they're playing a different game.
Yeah.
There's this game where they're playing and they're all these pieces. This guy's playing this part, and this guy Trump's playing this part, and Putin's playing his part, and Zelensky's playing his, and they're playing in the theatre, but outside of the theatre, when they're not on scene, they're all in the green room fucking each other.
Yeah, of course they are. Just like with the
laughing and
Antarctic
joking.
Treaty. Remember we were saying they've all signed that. No one can make any money down there, but we're going to blow each other up outside that arena. It's mad, bro.
Oh, we're absolute mortal enemies, and the idea of intelligence being shared. Intelligence. No, we cannot share intelligence with the Russians. What are you talking about?
But we've got Five Eyes.
Well, yeah, in Antarctica, it's all right. We're all down in Antarctica. We're buddy.
We can do it all through Five Eyes. Yeah,
not just Antarctica though, is it? It's not just Antarctica, is it?
No.
That's the interesting thing. So on that note, we are going to change the subject, and before we do that, we're going to make coffee.
Good. Love it.
Yeah, boy.
So,
I've got a couple of things after we come back as well. I've got just a couple short links to show a change of mood, change of direction as well. So still loads to talk about. I love it, Rich. It's like, do you know what? This is like where I haven't spoken to you in a few days as well. I'm literally like, oh yeah, and another thing. So exciting. So yeah, thanks for joining us for this, guys. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Because we would have been talking about this whether we were live or not.
Yeah.
Rich was a big, lovely brother today, and if it's all right with you, I'll let everybody know. Like, Rich didn't know how I was feeling, and he was like, "Rox, if you're not up for it, it's cool." Like, and we were like, we were going to talk anyway. So you were like, "Fuck it, we're going to talk about this when we're live anyway. Fuck it, let's do it." So
the only reason I went live basically was because I set it up last night before I went to sleep, and I thought I can't just leave and because there were a bunch of people that had been in. I saw when I woke up, a bunch of people when you show it because, like I said, I don't know what time I woke up, but it was probably around 7:30 or something, 7:30. I woke up and I went to the toilet, and I didn't make a coffee. I just went to the toilet, went back to bed, and laid there for a few minutes thinking, I could get up, and then I thought, no, I'll just have a little bit more of a doze, just a little bit more. And then suddenly it's fucking 11:30. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Darn it.
Because I think I dozed off thinking, yeah, Rich, you should set your alarm, mate. But what can you do, man? What can you do? So we're going to go for coffee, empty bladders and stuff. We've been going for an hour and 12 minutes. Make yourselves comfortable.
And it feels like 10 minutes. Feels like we've just been talking for like 10, 15 minutes. It's mad.
I know.
Crazy. Right, I'm shutting up.
But don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Don't fucking go anywhere, okay? Don't fucking go anywhere. Don't fucking go anywhere.
Hey, here I am in chat. It says, when a woman pulls a knife on you, give her a jar of mayonnaise and her instincts will kick in.
Good morning, my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
Where is she? Where is she?
When you're feeling under pressure, do something different. Roll up your sleeves or eat an orange.
Be on the lookout for things that make you laugh. If you see nothing worth laughing at, pretend you see it, then laugh. Have you ever noticed a calm person with a loud voice? Try and speak softly once in a while.
Tell me I can't. That's not an argument. Got you in my head. That's only part of it. Nothing I can do to divert my attention. Open up a box of knives and this feels like affection. And it's so intense, two elements. Hands on my hands, no evidence. I set myself on fire and wait to crash where your darkness like a mask, even though it can't last. It's the only warmth lately. Touch me in the face though. Can't wait to put my hands on you. It's the only warmth lately. I hate to let go. It's the only thing I know how to do. Force a habit. 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 Make it easy. This in the morning. I don't wanna want you, but here we are now. You make it easy. Going on thinking. You got me booked up, but here we are now. And it's so intense, two elements. Hands on my hands, no evidence. I set myself on fire and wait to crash where your darkness like a mask, even though it can't last. It's the only warmth lately. Touch me in the face though. Can't wait to put my hands on you. It's the only warmth lately. I hate to let go. It's the only thing I know how to do. Force a habit. Force a habit. ready for a heartbreak. I got in too deep. But believe me when I say I tried 100 times to tell you, I just couldn't find the right way. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I lied to you. I lied to you. I hope that you're forgiving her, 'cause I don't see a life without you. Without you. Oh, I'd do anything to make this right, or try to tell me what I gotta do. I gotta do. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I lied to you. I lied to you. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I lied to you. I lied to you. I can bear the thought of you walking away. I'd understand, but I want nothing more than that you're gonna say I messed it up. But believe me when I say this is the biggest mistake that I've ever made. You're the one for me, I swear. If I could take it back, then that is what I do. What I do. Give me one more chance to prove myself. Don't go, 'cause baby, I rely on you. Rely on you. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I lied to you. I lied to you. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I lied to you. I lied to you. Hold me higher, hold me closer. Hold me higher, hold me tighter, tighter. Hold me higher. I'm falling hard for you, falling hard for you, focusing on you, falling into you. Get you close, I'll make you feel
me if this sounds familiar. You are just walking and trying to enjoy our beautiful India. And then all of a sudden, a sneaky train comes out of nowhere and tries to motherfuck you in the back. If this sounds like you, then you need our new product, Train Alert. Train Alert is a device to be worn around the neck when walking near the railroad tracks. When a train is about to fuck you, it sets off an alarm.
Bloody move! Whoa!
Thanks to Train Alert, I can enjoy the rest of my day. Now I can go swimming.
Hello, you cunt! Just checking there's no cunts. Just checking there's no cunts in sight. I'm up the mountain. Look at that. Not a cunt in sight, only myself.
Hey!
Turn the fucking mic up, Rich. Jesus Christ. Right. Sorry. Let me get rid of this thing as well.
It's alright. Sorted, got your coffees, got your smokes, done your chi-chis, everyone.
Coffee, got me smoke, done.
Oh, do you know what that is? That's fucking lovely jubbly, that is. Do you know what it is? It's Bernard.
Bernard
Bernard, bruv.
Beautiful,
mate. Beautiful. I've got to
So
get the charger.
Sasquatch, I'm really surprised actually, Sass, that you don't know what the MOU is, the Memorandum of Understanding, and what's got. I mean, no, it's not a UK gang thing. It's an Israeli gang thing against Iran. But yeah. Actually, do you know what? Because I was gonna. I don't know where. I can't remember where we left off.
Right. Yeah, we were going to do. No, we left off with you saying change gear. That's what we were doing. Changing gear. Go on.
Yeah, but because we've been talking about PDFs.
Yeah.
Right, and all of that. So we changed.
And that's not
gear.
even something that we plan to talk about. You know.
No.
That's not even. That was off piste.
We changed gear and talked about Iran and what's going on. Right. What I want to do is, because obviously I'm really.
You said, by the way, have you seen the refinery in Moscow? Just for later on, have you seen?
Yeah. This is all going to fit into it, right?
Yeah.
So I've got to admit, I was pleasantly surprised, right, when Trump did what he did, and they signed it quicker. Right, they didn't bother going to Switzerland for a ceremony. They did it online, quicker, to get it done, because everybody knew what Israel was going to do, right? They all knew. But the first fucking point in this memorandum of understanding is that America and Iran will guarantee the sovereignty of Lebanon, right? And that all hostilities between America and Iran, Israel wasn't written into it at all. Israel isn't a part of the deal because they're not in any way part of the deal. Then it's not a. Basically, this is like a. If Iran's basically saying if you can't rein in your little dog there, then we will. And if they do, America won't do anything about it. They're not going to come to Israel's defense because that would mean attacking Iran, and the deal is that they're not going to attack Iran. Right? This is how they've America's kind of turned on Israel, right? Because they're right in that first clause. They're guaranteeing the sovereignty of Lebanon as Lebanon. And that means that there should be no Israeli forces inside of Lebanon. So where it goes from here is going to be interesting, right? Because basically what this says is that all Americans and all Israelis have got to get the fuck out of Lebanon, and they're going to rebuild it. And Lebanon is sovereign for Lebanese people and not for Jews, right? So it would just be interesting. I think
Popcorn's out.
it's like basically Israel's been hung out to dry with this one.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're on their own.
Or
and
it
like
seems that
JD Vance said, like there's only one leader on this earth that's sympathetic to their cause and to them, to Israel, to the Israeli regime, right? And that's Trump. So, yeah, but apparently they went and bombed somewhere, didn't they? They within hours of it all being announced, they bombed Beirut again.
Yeah, they're going to sideline. I feel like it's going to be an interesting one to watch how it's going to pan out.
Well, what we've speculated, right? What we've speculated. So, on the, one of the first things Q said was that Israel will be left till last. So we've been just sat back observing, not emotionally attached to any outcome, not really, not caring too much what way it's going to go, just watching. And trying to reason and rationalise what's going on
with what's being put into the public domain, because that's going to be
the lens, through the lens of Israel's been saved till last, right? And I've said a number of times, what if Trump is playing the ultimate Machiavellian role, and allowing Israel to expose itself. Allowing the Israeli regime to expose itself to the point where everybody sees what's going on, nobody agrees with it.
In the last 6 hours, Rich, even in the last 6 hours, IDF forces in southern Lebanon have staged a fake Hezbollah missile attack on northern Israel. So they now want to claim that Hezbollah broke the ceasefire first so that they can keep bombing Lebanon. So they're going to chew off their own foot at one point.
Yep.
Or the optics. This is another thing I'm thinking as well. A lot of this is optics as well. Some of it will be propaganda. Some of it will be covert missions to put disinformation out on purpose, like they've done we've seen so many things declassified from the past, where that they've got operations where they actively put things into the fourth estate to put disinformation out there.
They actively do things. They take actions
going on with a pinch of salt, because some of it might be purely, it might transpire in 80 years' time.
I mean, that one, the IDF going and launching missiles into Israel, that's so obvious. It's like,
maybe the chat room can help me with this.
It's just so obvious that they're going to do that.
Do you remember, was it back in hopefully someone intellectual, or maybe you, Rich, right, will be able to help me with this. Was it called the Ghost Ops, right? But back in the Second World War, and don't ask me where, but it was somewhere in Europe, maybe Germany, maybe Germany, maybe somewhere else. But there was an op where I swear there was like a couple of dozen of these guys. There wasn't a lot of them. And they went into this big wooded area when the actual troops were crossing up the Rhine further up, a couple of 100 miles north. And these guys, it's documented, it's all declassified, right? They took these fucking Land Rovers into the woods, right? And they had fucking mega speakers on these Land Rovers, bruv. And what they did was they played audio of a fuck off operation, bruv. Like, when I mean mega operation, like they made it look like there was maybe fucking 100,000 troops. They made it sound like there was 100,000 troops like setting up shop. And The Germans did exactly what they wanted. The Germans went and fucking threw everything they had at it. And while they were distracted doing that, the man them were like 100 miles clicks north, crossing safely. There was maybe a few rebel like outposts, like, but nothing major. Like they did little bit of loss of life. And then you look at like the more bait ones that were declassified, where they used fucking inflatables, bruv. They used inflatable tanks.
They used inflatable ships and inflatable tanks and stuff.
Now, can you imagine at the time?
They did that
like
in the Iraq War. They did that in the Iraq War as well.
Can you imagine at the time people walking around going, you know, they got inflatable. Everyone's like, you're a dickhead. Then 80 years later, declassification, inflatable tanks, like painted on the fucking tarmac and all that. So, and even more recently, they've done that. They still use those same tactics today.
Iran did it. Iran painted aircraft on the runways, and they were bombing painted aircraft on the runways recently in this war.
Yep.
It's a
And who was the guy that had to steal the MiG? He had to steal a MiG for Israel, and it took him like 2 years because who was it? I can't remember. Was it Iran or he was from another country, and their military rarely gives them a full fuel tank, so they can't go very far. Does that make sense? And he was like a op for Israel, and they were like, we need that MiG, like you're going to need to fly that MiG to us. And he was like, fuck it. It was like a mission impossible, but man got a full tank and he was flying in formation, and man broke formation and managed to get to Israel, landed in Israel. And they took apart the jet because they wanted to know how to fucking fight it, like go up against it. So they needed to know the capability, and so they got man to teeth a fucking MiG. Like, you just think, does this shit really, like, this is everything the movies tell us and then more. I just think some of the declassifications just fucking line up with movies that we watched back in the day. So that's made me start to get to the point where I'm watching this current charade, and I'm like, oh, it'll be interesting to see what transpires in 80 years from now. Hopefully we'll still be alive, not. But I wonder what transpires in 80 years from now about what's going on now. And the fucking covert ops and disinformation and fucking propaganda and like, what was the other one? What was the Vietnam one where they did psychological warfare, bro? And like, do you know what they done? They fucking scuppered their bullets, bruv. They found the caches and they took the magazines and they switched out the bullets for like one bullet here, one bullet there, one bullet here, one bullet there. Identical bullets, bruv. And do you know what these bullets did? They fucking backfired and exploded. Right? So they managed to get the entire fucking army of Vietnam or whoever it was they were fighting to get scared of their weapons, bruv. Imagine your one job is to shoot your rifle, and you're shit scared of it because random the bullets keep fucking exploding, and everyone's trying to work out what the fuck's happened. And instead of changing an entire cache with dud bullets, they literally made it look like their own problem. Like it was something that they couldn't identify which bullets were defect. And it was a whole mission to get the fucking gunpowder or the explosive the same color. And apparently that was a whole lab set up and fucking 10 months of testing shit. And then an operation to go back to the caches, to go through the caches, take the magazines, take bullets out of the magazines, put the bullets back in with one dud bullet. And not every magazine in every case got a dud bullet, bro. So they really did a fuck up. Like, there was no way for them to trace. And they had to just tell the soldiers, hope for the best, innit? We don't really know what this problem is. Hope for the best. And like, they were fucking scared to shoot, bro. That's G. See that? I'm like, yo,
Genius.
They were doing that shit back 80 years ago. We're fucked now, bro. So that's why everything, all these press conferences, everything, I'm like, they're going to do what they're going to do anyway. And they tell the public a load of bullshit at the time. And everyone fucking swallows it. And then 80 years later, egg on your face. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it, bro. Sorry. Yeah, just thought I'd rant on a little bit about it. But some of these, like, ops and stuff that you hear about, like the one I was telling, what was the one I was telling you about before we went live? Can't fucking remember now. It was good, though. Do you remember? And I was like, I'll tell you. And then you were like, yeah, say it on the live. I can't remember what it was. Help me, bro.
Oh, God.
It was good, though. Shit. It was good, though, innit? I was like, oh, fuck. Anyway, yeah, you guys will just have to trust me on that one. There was another good little op story from back in the day that's been declassified. But you look at the more obvious ones. People used to get laughed out of the room for talking about MK Ultra. You know, so I suppose we don't have the joy of having hindsight while we're in the actual situation. Unfortunately, we're living through this. We're not reading about it in 80 years from now. We're the cunts that are living through this particular window of shit. It's a good laugh, though, isn't it? What a time to be alive, bro.
Which really is it's kind of a privilege, really.
100%. Especially being able to look at it with our eyes that we all have now. We're not all like NPC asleep cunts, you know.
I mean, I just remember always being gutted that all of the really interesting stuff seemed to have already happened.
Yeah.
All the interesting wars that would ever mean anything, and basically, everywhere had been discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere was, it's all just locked down. Everything was just
done, seen.
It was done and
yeah.
dusted, right? And now we see that all of that is falling apart at the seams because it was all stitched. It's just a bunch of bullshit stitched together with more lies and bullshit and crap and it makes sense to me. That's why it makes sense to me that we've got this big cyclical event looming that they know about.
Do you know what's mad? The cyclical event, bro. Do you know what? A Scottish lady came up on my feed the other day. I've sent you the most recent link, not the one that most recent. There's 3 links I've sent you, not one, but number 2 Instagram link. Scottish lady. I think she's a bodybuilder. And I'm telling you, see this whole 138 thing? Like, certain people are being catapulted out of a deep sleep, bro, just from asking a couple of simple questions 5 years ago.
It's a rude awakening for some people.
Yeah. Do you reckon you're up for showing it? It's just the second link.
Now.
But I think she is saying, and big up all of you in the chat. I know a lot of you have been awake a lot longer than 2020. All right. So let's have it right. There's a lot of people in this chat. Have your flowers, because there's probably some of you that have been awake longer than me and Rich. Yeah. But this lady, big up her honesty. Yeah, go for it, bro.
She actually looks like somebody that I used to work with who was Scottish.
Just driving back from Edinburgh there and having a think and realising how you can actually turn a negative into a positive. When COVID happened, and I was realising things weren't really adding up, making sense. Got feelings were saying something was the right here. And I started asking loads of questions and then doing a lot of research and finding out the reality of the world we live in. So it actually made me a better version of myself. A good friend who knew about what the world was really like 20 years ago. If he's listened to this, he'll know who he is. He said, don't you think it's made a better version of yourself? Because what you're doing with the growing your own vegetables and the chickens and the dogs and the deer stalking, and he's right. He's absolutely right. I would have never done any of that had it not been me realising what is going on and what's going to be probably coming the next 5-10 years. Anyway, just thought I'll share that with you. Just driving back from Edinburgh there and having a think and realising how you can actually turn.
So you see what she's saying about the next 5-10 years. Everyone's kind of ebbing in it, and she's made up a post.
Everyone can tell that there's something's going to happen in the next 5 or 10 years.
Yeah. And the other one I wanted to play was the first link I sent you, and it was just uncanny, the irony of sitting watching someone with the same enthusiasm that we had back in 2018 of finding our tribe. And I obviously put some words of encouragement for her in the comment section, because I'm always seeing people like this popping up, and they've kind of got really kind of flustered with everything that's going on. And well, anyway, I'll let you play the video when you pop it up.
Yeah,
But
I'm
a
just.
lot of you'll find the irony in genuinely seeing her heartfelt saying what she says. She genuinely believes, like, if she starts doing this, this is going to be the solution for this country. And like, it just warms my heart when I see people
Which link
that
is it? The first link.
the first link, yeah. It just warms my heart when I see people like genuinely coming from a place of, I need to actually physically do something about this now. Like, I need to, like,
but thinking that they can as well.
It's so sweet.
Gonna,
I swear down, I feel like I'm watching kids in nursery and going, "Oh, bless you." Like, you know, when you get emotional watching the little ones doing their nativity play and whatnot.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit emotional because I was like, "Oh, fucking hell." I remember being there going, like, we just got to go to Speaker's Corner. We just got to go national, guys. We've got to start in Scotland and we've got to... So, yeah, I'll let you play it. It's sweet.
The world labelled a conspiracy theorist called woo-woo, somebody that simply can see things for what they are. Yeah, me too. And because of that, I decided to do something about it. I decided to find my people by...
I fucking love her. She's Welsh. She's from fucking Welsh land.
Organising local get-togethers.
Welsh girls are bad. She's not bad either. She's like cute. It's kind of cute.
And I've realised how important that is on a bigger scale. So I've teamed up with two other beautiful souls from G Thoughts and the lovely Ed. And we've decided to take this nationally. We've decided to find our people. No fancy gig, just to get together, a walk in the woods with like-minded people, because we're no longer looking at the problem. We're coming together to find solutions. So Ed and Wayne are over on the TT, and Wayne is also now joined IG, so I will drop their links. And yeah, we're going to be in Scotland to begin with on the 27th of June. Come along, find your tribe. It's time to start building community. Share and spread the love, because that's what we're here for.
Do you remember when we were all doing the little like globe meetups, and like me and Janine, we put that one together for me, you and Janine, and I mean, like, it was all under the same premise of just trying to find like-minded people that were trying to find solutions, and like, we know what the problem is, but then you realise that the behemoth you're up against, and then like, so I'm gonna keep an eye on her, and I'm gonna keep watching her progress with this, because I'm gonna because really what they're doing is they're saying, right, we're gonna meet up and we're gonna go for a walk, and I kind of want to put in the chat, so are you gonna call it off if the weather's fucked? Like, because they've gone for, they've done that whole, we're not gonna give money to an establishment, we're gonna try, and then I was like, right, so did they used to go to the meetup, the stand in the park? Do you remember the stand in the park?
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe they used to go to those. Maybe that will, And then I was like, maybe eventually later on this year, we might have to go along to one of these and see because we might end up finding that there's people that went to the meetups before, the Globe Live meetups, the stand in the park meetup. I know for a fact I went all across the country and went to pretty much every stand in the park meetup this UK had to offer. So not that I would know her personally, but it would be nice to know, like, is it, are you another one since COVID? Like, because that's interesting to me too, because that's a whole new generation of people that got catapulted into, like, what the fuck's going on. Do you remember at the time we were saying that? We were like, oh shit, you've gone and given people time to discern fact from fiction. This is going to be interesting to watch. Shit, you told people to stay in their house and do fuck all. They're going to start waking up, because already we determined that if someone has experienced some kind of trauma in their life, normally you're given a bit of downtime after, so you got a bit of time in your hands, and that's when normally people start going, what the fuck's going on? And for some people, 2020 was traumatic. The whole COVID thing, they believed it, and when they got told to stay in their house, they were like fighting for their lives, some of them. And so they were like, that kind of shit, if we're going to die in the elevator, we may as well talk about everything. I think that's what they did. And they were like, David Icke, obviously, old Icke boy, he was there for all of them. And so there was like people that were like telling us at the protests, like David Icke woke them up. And I was like, what? That young girl, Ruby, she was like, yeah, me and my mum and my dad, we were just sitting there watching loads of David Icke stuff. And I was like, why? And she went, because we ran out of everything on Netflix. We watched everything on Netflix. It took us a month and we watched everything. And I was like, oh, so this does work. Giving people time to discern fact from fiction. If there's a chance for someone to wake up, they're probably going to do it if they're given a bit of time to discern the fact from fiction, because ordinary life doesn't warrant getting time to do that. So
this comment here from Paul Patey. Paul Pate. Well done. I've done that in the past and it worked for a while. Wish you well, and I'm your people.
I'm where he is, bro. Where he is.
Right.
That's where I wish her well, man. I'm
it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's not going to be what you think
You
it is.
Yeah.
Although in a way it is, because you are going to you're going to connect with people,
all of that,
like-minded souls, but you're not actually going to. Yeah. Look, I suppose okay. So she like.
No, here's what's going to happen. Solution. So there's going to be people with young kids that are going to come to these meetups, and they're going to talk about homeschooling. Yeah. Then there's going to be people like Adam Meakin that are going to come, and they're going to be like, Big Pharma's a problem. You should probably go to Herbalist. There's going to be Rick Simpson people there. There's going to be people like us that are going to tell her, you know, the moon landings were fake. You know that she's going to like, this is going to what, like other people that see a post like this, all people look like. So she's like, are you awake? I would be like, awake to what, darling? What are you awake to, sweetheart? Because we're, and I can see how it can become a little bit
you're
awake
right now.
Yeah.
You think you're awake right now, but you realise that there's this.
Well, we could go to one of their meetups, and some of us in the chat room, and some of us watching, and me and you, we could end up getting laughed out of their camp talking about some of them. So awake to what, guys? Did you get the vaccine? Did you wake up after that? Were you awake back in 9/11? Was it the financial crash? Like, what you lot saying? Do you lot know who Dave Murphy is? Do you know who some of the what kind of shit are you lot looking into? Like, you know, is someone going to be there trying to sign people up to the Flat Earth Society? I don't know.
Have you?
It's interesting.
It's kind of. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you before you go and do all this? Who is it that you think you are?
Yeah.
Who do you
so
think
I did look at her. The reason I've got all these questions is because obviously I've looked at her entire page.
No, I mean for her, it's like so she's on a path, right?
Yeah.
And it's not the same path as that all of us have got taken. It's a slightly different path. It's unique to her, it's subjective for her, but yeah, like. She's feeling the same thing. Everybody that wakes up feels the same thing. We want to connect with people that are thinking the same way, seeing the same things and thinking the same way.
Yeah.
What I like, what she's the fact she's talking about actually not looking at the. She says we're not looking at the problems.
That's the MO of all of the groups. That's the MO of even ours. Ours. The whole purpose of the Globe Live meetups and Stand in the Park meetups was solutions. We know what the problems are. We're not here to talk about the problems. We need to come up with parallel solutions.
No, but the problem, the issue with that is because of the subject matter that was put forward, it meant that everybody was just arguing about whether that was a problem or not.
Oh yeah, but at the Stand in the Park things, it was, you know, anti-government, anti-farmer, anti-education, anti-mainstream news, anti-history. Like, so it was finding solutions for how do we bring up another generation that don't get sucked into this. And so the pathways normally end up with people saying,
I'd like us to not use that prefix because it doesn't mean what we think it does, or what what most people think it does. We're not anti, we're against.
Against.
It's not the same thing.
So straight away people start talking about children's literature, like how do we get better books out there for children, and then people start talking about taking back control of their, bringing up their children. If you just look at ours, as like
the answer to that is it's a simple one. We completely dismantle the education system.
But if I was to take our group like a case study, like Dave Mannell, big up, he's probably doing some constructive things, but has he changed the system on how we register births and stuff? I still give him his flowers to this day. How him and his partner sorted it out for Alex to have his passport without getting his birth certificate. I
Right,
still
but
think
what
they're
are they
like
doing?
legends for that. But are the masses following suit? Have they put together
Yeah.
a PDF and put free information out there so that everyone that I know knows how to register their children without their birth certificate? What have we really changed, guys? So it's like, if you look at ours like a playbook, what happened with the group and what those people have gone on to do, it's like, okay, yeah, we were literally pissing in the wind, weren't we?
So
like,
you're right,
not-
because
not
what we
enough.
can't do, because
Yeah.
what we are never going to be able to do is change the
Yep.
system.
Yes.
What we have to do is create a parallel system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
But what I will rate everyone for is that, and again, I'll give Dave Manuel his flowers here, is that very, very, very early on, he was like, yeah, great, it's great, everyone's woken up to this, but now what? Not even just solutions, because some people were like confused as to how to live their life from there on in. Some people were getting depressed, Rich. Some people were like curtailing out of their life and not enjoying their life anymore. And some people thought to be awake to these things is to not have a sense of humor anymore and not find things funny or be entertained by watching a movie, or you know, and like even things that we did on the Wide Awake show where we did the movie nights, we showed that, listen, we can still watch space movies, man. It's not like we have to go, oh my God, like crucify it, burn it all, don't laugh at it anyone. And it was about beating those modern misconceptions about what people are like, and like that is very important. Like, not just solutions for how to run against that system, is how to tell people it's okay to still be a happy fucking nice person and still live a full life. Just like that woman from Scotland just said, it's made her a better person. Most
Right,
people will
because
confirm that it's made people a better people.
So you have to look at what's happened there. What's happened is she's stopped. Right, she's seen that there's something coming, and realised that there are certain skills and experiences that she wanted, you know. Things she needed to do if she wanted to get through this thing that is coming, whatever it is. It's going to be some sort of collapse of society, right?
Yeah, apparently she's moved out of her house. She's got land. She's got animals. Like, I think she's homeschooled. Like, she's doing all the stuff that the playbook says you're going to do when you wake up, you know?
Right. And she's taken the problem and compartmentalized it to then focus on the solutions and start doing expanding.
And isn't it that how it works? Haven't you said that in the past, Rich? It starts with you. You change. You change your backyard, then you change your community,
and you change your perception. You change the way you look at the world.
Yeah, and that's how you rewrite the reality of what's going on.
Right.
And see how your demeanor, like the person you are, you positively affect the people around you, whether you like it or not, because you're not a negative Nancy. You don't walk into a room and change the frequency to a negative frequency, bruv.
There was a time that I did, but
yeah, we all did. I think.
Yeah,
I think all of us can admit to that. Like, I think some of us were blindly doing that before we were awake.
Before well, no, it was when I was awake. When I was awake, I was doing it. It was like basically until 2016. 2016 was when I stopped doing that.
Yeah, but when you're asleep, you can't knowingly do it. When you're asleep,
no, I wasn't asleep. I was awake.
No, I'm saying, I'm not saying you were. I'm saying even when you're asleep, we do it unknowingly. Like, not knowing, like not all of us, but I'm saying we can do it.
That's when it happens even more, when you are not aware of it. Or if you're trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Right. So, if you are aware of it, but you're trying to hide it, you're not managing it yourself. Right. So, yeah. My brain's just gone blank. Plasma Void, how you doing? Greetings. Good to see you. Nathan Penny.
Big up,
Good
Nate.
to see you.
Hey.
Yeah, I know Penny was with him the other day. I don't know if she is still today. Suits. Good to see you, man. What time is it?
No. It is coming up to 2, and I've got Jessica messaging me as well saying, can I give her a call in a minute? So I might have to just jump off and give Jessie a call before she goes to sleep.
Right.
It's late where she is.
Yeah, no worries, man. That's I can open up the panel for half an hour.
Yeah.
or we can just shut it down. So, if does anybody want to come up and chat to me and voice any opinions about what we've been talking about?
Either way, it's been good. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. We didn't even chat about. I don't even know what I thought we were going to chat about, but we even chatted about things I didn't even realize we were going to have a conversation about. So yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm still really interested in what's going to happen next about this whole Iran thing. Like,
Yeah, me too. I don't think if I could eat, I haven't got enough popcorn, mate.
No, Israel. It's
It's like a
just going to be
movie.
really interesting. What's going to happen? Like, if Israel attacks Beirut again,
Bro, it's
what's
gonna
going to
get
happen?
peak as always.
Because they did it just before they
Mhm.
signed,
Mhm.
and it looks like because they could have retaliated. Iran could have retaliated, but they
Mm.
didn't. They signed the memorandum. So like they let that one slide. The last bombing that Israel did on Beirut, they just let that one go. But if they do it again, what the
And do we
fuck's gonna
do we
happen?
think
That's
they
gonna be
will? I
interesting.
think they will. I think they're
Oh,
brazen, bro.
absolutely, 100%. I think they will.
I think
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Who are you telling us what to do? We're gonna do what we're gonna do anyway."
When you've got the likes of Ben Gavir and fucking who's that other one? You know, the
Psychos.
Zionist. So Netanyahu is being controlled by the Zionists because he needed the Zionists to hold on to power. So
Yep.
yeah, it is. These people are actual psychopaths.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Right? We're not gonna.
Definition. If you want a definition, there it is. In living, breathing form. Serious.
So nobody's making any noise to come up on a panel. So I guess everybody's fine with the stream coming to an end.
Yeah. Well, I've loved it, Rich. Thank you.
Me
It's been
too.
great.
But it's been a nice little 2 hours actually. It's been perfect. It's been. Do you know the
Yeah.
weird thing, right? Do you remember
Yeah.
when we first started streaming?
Yeah.
Like the thought of doing more than an hour was.
Was but what? How the hell are we going to keep that going for an hour?
How are we
Like,
going to keep it going? But
yeah.
how are we going to like nobody sits there and watches something for an hour. Like nobody back
Yeah.
then people didn't want 2 hour long, 3 hour long videos. The thought
Yeah.
of going over 2 hours was
just unthinkable.
Unthinkable.
Yeah.
You didn't go
But
over
I feel
2
like we've been
hours.
chatting for half an hour. I literally like
Right.
when this call ends and I speak to Jess, I'm gonna be like, that felt like bang, quick. But it's probably because I haven't managed to get to speak to you for a few days as well. It's just like, they really do say time flies when you're having fun. That is what's happened for me, guys. So you in the chat room, Rich, thank you
We
for that.
were talking
because it's
about
like
this the other
medicine.
day with Voy about how actually when he went to Corfu, he had a brilliant time and time slowed down, right? And I said to him, it's because our perception of time has changed because of the way that because of what we're doing. We're spending most of our time looking at the screen, looking at the phone, looking at the computer or the television, interacting with people online who aren't really there, talking about things that we're not really done and we're not experiencing. We're just talking about them. So there's not actual thing. There's all the sort of boring, mundane things that happen in our three-dimensional life. Nothing to mark memories or anything. But when he went to Corfu, he came away. He had a bit of a digital detox. He wasn't on his phone all the time. He was going out and doing things. He was going and seeing places, going to bars and cafes and having lunch and dinner and making memories in Corfu. And so his perception of time, whereas before all time was marked by action or inaction, now we're inactive for hours at a time. Physically, it's only mentally that we're active online, doing whatever it is that we're doing. But our physical bodies haven't moved. We're sat here on a screen, a computer or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So our perception of time is completely warped. Now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So anyway, much love to everybody. Bit disappointed that nobody wanted to come up, but there you go. Not surprised.
Yeah.
And have a great day.
Well,
What day is it today? It's Friday, isn't it?
Friday.
So my issue at the moment with streaming my gig is that I've got nowhere to put my computer. Because they've moved everything around and I've just got this tiny little bit that I'm fitted into now. And right next to the waiter, the dumb waiter with the where they get all their menus and they get all the ashtrays and everything. So they're always there doing stuff and not, you know, it's just a bit of a precarious place to put the laptop. So yeah, I need to work out a way somewhere to put my computer, and then I'll be able to stream it live. But until I do that, until I've got somewhere I can put my computer, because I said to JP that I'll do at least one live music stream a month. It'll have to go to Rumble. It can't go to YouTube anymore. It'll just have to go to Rumble. But yeah, I can't do it until I've got somewhere to put the computer.
Okay. Well, we'll have to manifest that.
Yeah.
Everyone put some energy into manifesting that for Rich so that we can get that sorted.
Just manifest me thousands and thousands of euros so that I can just sort it all out myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome source. And you as well. Let's just manifest thousands of euros for everybody. Just everybody here listening right now is going to come into huge sums of money. All of you, you're going to become
more money, more problems,
exceptionally
man.
rich. I want all of you to become exceptionally rich, have more money than you can know what to do with, because then maybe you'll share some of it. Yeah. All right, I'm going to wrap it up then. Much love. Thank you, Rox.
That's all right.
It's so good to be speaking to you. It's been fucking, and the last like 3 weeks, we haven't got to speak very much.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, bro. But yeah, it's been great. Hopefully we get to do it again soon.
We've still got 19 people here. There's about 16 of them lurking. Lurking away they are.
Make sure you like before you finish.
Yeah, please. Please get at least 21 likes up on this, can we? We got people coming in now. We got 20. We had 19. Oh, Chris just got here. Well, sorry, mate. Sorry, dude. You're drunk. No worries. It's Friday night, man.
Maybe later when you get home, if you're up for it. If I'm up and you're up, maybe we come. If you're up for going live later on, we can do a Friday night live or Saturday morning.
I'm not because I'm playing later. I'm not going to be back until 11.
Half
just
11.
gone 11.
Yeah.
And I can already tell you now that I'm not going to want to stream, but we can still chat.
Yay! Perfect.
But tomorrow morning, nice one. Smash the like.
Whee!
Yeah, hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm not shy to donations financially to help with the running costs of the channel.
Yeah, man.
PayPal links are in the description.
Big up.
Much love, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. And I'll see you on tomorrow. It's Saturday tomorrow. We could watch.
Yeah, we can go. We can do
you
stuff.
said about. Yeah, we should. I don't know. We could watch cartoons.
Let's link up and watch something. Yeah, man.
Let's do something tomorrow morning.
Yep. Perfect. Right. Big love, everyone.
Big love. Peace.
Yeah. Bye.
Kind of funny. Is he all there? Like, mentally?
I think so. He's just an odd guy. It's kind of weird.
I mean, should we be worried?
No.
Right.
No.
Right, the shop is closed. Everybody get out. Time to go home. Come on.
It's only 2:45.
Yes, but it's my shop. Come on, go home. Bye-bye. Thank you.
That's hardly fair.
It's not fair at all. Get out. Bye-bye.
I expect better service from...
We'll expect away. Get out. Bye-bye. Come on, all you time-wasting bastards.
Shut it down!